So, hey Panini, my cat just took my spot in my chair. All my pets are like really clinging to me today. Like almost to an extent that overstimulates me. Like my dog, everywhere I go, he wants to be like touching me, and like my cat loves to steal my chair. Like anytime I get up and I come back, like there she is, like looking up at me, like, "Hey, it's me." And it's like I love my cat, but sometimes I wish it was like easier to just like sit down. So I don't know if there's like an energy of annoyance in this situation, or just frustration, and I don't know how avoidable that is because a lot of the energy right now, like collectively, kind of feels more like tense. Like people are like working through stuff. I think there's a lot of shadow work going on where we're like, I just channeled this energy called submerged. Maybe you want to check out that video, but like a lot of us are in these like hyperbolic time chambers where we're being forced to stay in one position in order to get some internal work done. Like there's internal changes and shifts and like almost like I also made a pick a card reading called like your next software update. So it feels like internal programming itself is being changed, and if not changed, it's like being revisited and like reanalyzed. Like who am I, and like how am I acting, and is that the way that I want to act, and how am I being seen also by other people, and how does that affect how I feel about how I'm behaving? Because like there's maybe even an idea of like a truer self, like who I would be and what I would do if I was like the only person alive who mattered, and then the self that I'm performing as like in a role, maybe even in relationship to other people. Um, and I think that like if you're anything like me right now in this energy, the relationship to other people feels like it's what's like really strained, and that's especially for me as a masculine energy. Like I am the provider, the protector, the nurturer. Like I'm the one you go to like ask for stuff. So I mean I don't dislike being in that role, but there are like very real times in my life when I'm not as equipped to play the role, and it's not because I'm like bad at doing the role. It's just like circumstance. So I think like I remember I took some notes. So I'm gonna do two today, and these may actually be related. So Panini and Yuri, if you guys want to like read each other's readings, the questions are different, but the energies are very similar. So I used like the same characters in the thumbnail, and I also channeled 1111 for you both. So I was writing down these notes while 1111 came on the clock, and then 1111 was also in Yuri's like actual request. And my phone was on 11% when I put the charger on. So this could be a situation, and then we have one of one. This could be a situation waiting patiently. Identity and public image. Holy shit. Okay, this could be a situation that's like needing time to develop because, you know, before you're a partnership as two people, you're still one. So you're very much individually strong people. I haven't even shuffled this yet. I'm not like I'm gonna put these back, but like this is like who you're dealing with, and this is also who you are. So as you continue to like navigate the situation, which feels like it's taking a while to progress the way that maybe you feel like it will, just know like you're dealing with someone who's very similar to you. And that has like pros and cons obviously in this energy. And you don't know what those are specifically for you, but we're gonna start by channeling the energy of, because the reason why Panini got this reading is because she's like, well, I'm basically dating this person who is a brick wall of a person. Like they have feelings, but they're not very expressive of them. And I just kind of want like a little bit of insight or confirmation as to like how I already know they feel, but like basically would like to have confirmed because they don't speak. Or like they speak in like grunts or something. Like this energy kind of reminds me, especially with Aries, like being the first one, it reminds me of that caveman movie, The Croods, like the dad in The Croods. I have an idea. We have chosen one. So like I think like literally submerged. I think someone like if this isn't your energy and this is your masculine's energy, then like they're thinking like they're brewing right now. And I said brew, and damn, I can't remember which one of you said this, and I'm sorry about that, but I think it was actually Panini, so I think I'm right. Panini said that her person only really expresses themselves when they're like drunk. let freedom ring. So yeah, I think like someone could need an opportunity, like, and I don't know that it's anything that you can provide them, but they may already have intentions of expressing themselves to you. I don't know that you even know that. Like, if they have been thinking about something, like, it's like, if this person is an internal processor, I really see myself a lot in whoever your masculine energy is. And I think that you would agree that this is probably something that's similar to you. My cat just opened a cabinet. She doesn't have any thumbs. Well, she does. She has like a little like side thing, but it's so crazy when she just like opens up a cabinet. What? What are you doing? And why? But whatever. Billy threw me off. I think you guys could shock each other with how you choose to respond, maybe even to stress or like emotional turbulence, right? Like one of you could be a drinker, the other one of you could be like you're panini the meanie, so you could be mean. Like you, like I don't know like what you guys' thing is. Like yeah, quick wit. I think if you're talking your shit right now, you're talking your shit in a way that like reflects the fact that you feel confident and like like you are an individual still, and so you do have an individual truth. And I think your freedom, like the way that you allow yourself to express it and how you're expressing it is something that is respected by not only like this person but like the situation in like a greater context. Like a greater, like I don't know if there was like this idea of the situation being spectated, maybe even by like angelic forces, then like you're encouraged to remain free. And my cat is now like under the desk, like around my legs. Sagittarius energy. So if you've been like holding back, this could be a good time to let go. It's even if that means like kind of coming off mean. Because the situation, I don't know that it really like needs anything more from you than like the truth of you. Okay, so what would Panini's person say to her right now? If it doesn't give me all the answers I feel like there are, then I'll definitely use another deck to clarify. But I channeled these forever ago, which is like making me feel like this is like a person who would have a lot of thoughts for a long time before they actually bring them to you. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but it says negative outcome on the bottom of the deck, and internal peace is over here in the reverse underneath like a whole bunch of other cards. So we have Hercules, child of Zeus, divine birthright, and I can go the distance, boys to men. It's interesting that we have both of these. So like give and take and understanding the fact that you can't have everything that you want could be helpful to this energy. Like part of what this person might want to tell you is like you have to take the good with the bad, either like right now or when it comes to them like generally as a person. Like this person, I also channeled the energy for both of you maybe or whatever. I'm a disappointment to you all. I don't really even know like how I don't know if this is someone who understands that they have a personal need to go a distance, like to go on a journey. I don't know if that's like a physical travel, like from one place to another, or like a personal, like internal journey, like they're becoming more mature. Like we have biding time under here, waiting patiently. And I talked about like the hyperbolic time chamber. So it's like, okay, let's get the rest of it. Sympathy for the devil, going dark, lots of shades, and they're like in the reverse, so like I definitely get that stoic vibe. And like undercover class. What the fuck is this? But we also have Sanji, which is cute. Because he's like, I don't know if you know One Piece at all. But he's like the chef. So he's like the feeder, once again, divine masculine, but nurturing. He's the like the emotional, like sensitive feminine masculine. He wears like a suit and he smokes cigarettes, and he's like a lover boy, so he like falls in love with women and like just loves to give to women. Like that's his whole thing. So I feel like this person could be like activated into some deeper truth, even related to their own emotions, right? Because you see how this is like the only blue card and everything else is kind of like more primal. Like this is root chakra, root chakra, root chakra, root chakra, sacral, solar plexus. So like most of this energy is lower, darker, like, you know, it's focused on like close to the earth kind of a thing. Like it's right here, not necessarily not concerned with fact or truth. But this Sanji energy, especially underneath Hercules, makes me feel like this is like a romantic person, like deep, deep down. I don't know how like obvious that would be to the average person, but I do think that you have like struck that chord here, which is why they probably do have some level of like they feel uncomfortable when things aren't going right. So if you're feeling away, know that they also feel away, and that you're not the only one feeling away. And if like your lack of optimism even about things not turning out well could even contribute to stagnancy in this energy, because I am kind of picking up on this slight insecurity from this person, maybe even as it relates to like these lower, like close to the earth things when it comes to like what they have in terms of money or assets, or their relationship to survival in some way. I don't even know how I mean that. It could even be this person is just like they work a lot, so and maybe what they do is like, you know, I don't know what this person does, but I could pick up on this energy, you know, of this person being like kind of money hungry, like masculinely focused as a person, and that also having like a detrimental effect on them emotionally, which prevents them from maybe even like accessing their own emotions. We have skydive in reverse, you know, like it's pointing up ultimately. So, you know, I do kind of get the vibe that this energy doesn't maybe immediately resolve itself, but it also doesn't feel condemned. If you're like feeling frustrated about the fact that you don't have access to this person's internal world right now, I don't know if that's always how it's meant to be. The shades are still coming out in the reverse. Let's see. What else? I hope you can see. I'm using a new angle today. So, I can't see the phone like at all right now. And I don't really want to. So, I think that there is like an avoidant energy here in the collective. Like, not even collectively wise, but like, I mean, I'm talking to Panini, but I think what I've been noticing in the world right now, even like when I went outside to walk my dog today, it was cloudy weather. And I live in the middle of the desert. Like there's not a lot of water to even be in the clouds, you know? So the weather is darker. Like it's just seeming like a lull. And that could be like, you know, how it's supposed to be. And maybe also just a result of you being a bad boy, bad girl. Because bad boys, bad girls are also usually like mentally ill, you know? So like there's the cool part of that, and there's like the not so cool part of that. Like yeah, like there's other factors going on here, and you are encouraged to like remain patient with the situation. What would he say? So I think that this person would say that they care a lot about you. Simp King, Master of Chivalry, Best Chef of the Seas. So this is someone who does want to provide for you, even if it's not like money, it's like things of their presence, of their emotions. Because like to cook is like to create from the heart. It's a labor of love. So labors of love, this person could imagine like going the distance to produce from you of their love. Like they want to produce something from you. They want to produce something from you? Boys to men? I don't know. But I wanted to say for you. So if you've like asked for something, then this person wants to like come through with what you want. They want to be the one that gives you the thing that you want, or it can be the only one who can give you the thing that they want. Because I think this person likes having position of dominance. Like this seems like someone who like prioritizes maintaining a position of dominance, even when that means like neglecting the other person. Like and that's part of their shadow. Like their bad boy energy is like, I'd rather you not know than like no, kind of a thing. And I don't know what that is about, but I think if this person is worried about you changing your mind, that could be part of the reason why they keep things away from you. And I, like, you know, that's duh, but like whatever. So if you're feeling like this person's keeping you out of certain areas of their life, they probably are, and that's probably intentional. And I don't know how much of resistance you're needing to have to that. In this energy, it doesn't seem like that's something that you even really need to be involved in. It may just be related to this person's like personal development into the man they want to be. It's like work that they do for themselves. I talked about labors of like love for like another person, but this like seclusion of self that this person is going through, or isolation or just separation in whatever way, to whatever extent in this connection, they're like personally initiating it's for themselves. And ultimately I think they see that as being like for the greater good. Yeah, we have forgiveness. So I think this, like, first of all the colors of the rainbow, so like seeing nuance, seeing the whole thing, the whole picture, the whole spectrum for what it is, like even when those colors get darker, or even when it's not your favorite color. Because like if this is a relationship that you would like to see endure over the long term, like obviously you're gonna have ups and downs because you're two different people with two different internal biomes, like, you know, like you have like stuff going on the other person is not involved with and may never even know about. So like I don't know who are you dealing with here. I don't know, but they kind of seem like someone who has stuff going on, like stuff that they wouldn't just like bring to everyone. This is really funny and interesting. This is someone with like lore, for sure. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. And they honestly could be hiding some of their shadow from you. Like, I was getting that vibe of like, you know, they recognize where their flaws are and they don't necessarily want you to immediately recognize their flaws. Like, they have flaws and they don't want you to immediately recognize them. Not that they will keep them from you forever, but like, I don't know. Especially if this person's like personally in a place of insecurity about what their flaws are, they're not gonna just like divulge their weaknesses. This isn't someone who does that. And you probably already know that. Like, you guys are coming out as both being like meanies, like kind of built for it. And then the devil horns come out again over here. So both of you are capable of going dark. And this person seems like they are going dark right now. But that could be ending soon. Because we have left freedom ring again. So this... And then we have... Wait, what can you see? How much can I... How many layers? Alright, I'm gonna start stacking now. Look, literally, like, I'm gonna start stacking now. Like, bread, hacker, headache, bad boy, bad girl again, family ties. So I wonder, like, if there was a situation that caused this person to change their priorities. And I towards a classified client / headache. So like, this is a situation that's going on in their life that you maybe don't know about, are not being included in intentionally. And that feels like, you know, an inconvenience, at least for you, if not for this person as well. Like I said, whatever your feelings are of frustration, I think they're matched. So if this person is having to prioritize something or someone else, it's not because they would rather prioritize that thing. As mean as that may be about them, or like whatever. Because like this person, I think part of their boys to man thing is understanding that they can't please everyone. Like if they have been trying to and struggling and suffering internally as a result of that, I think that this person is being like actually like divinely guided, because this is like Hercules, son of Zeus, to become less attached to being seen as a good person in whatever way. Because like their idea of being a good person could be something they needed to change anyways, and that's part of the reason why God's coming in to be like, hey, you're sitting in a certain amount of like maybe impurity, but like there is forgiveness available for this. And maybe that's coming through you, like through their involvement with you, or through like the mirror reflection of you and them. I definitely feel like you're someone that this person feels like is similar, like apple from the same tree kind of a thing. Even if you don't look that way or don't, like, I don't know what the, I don't know if you guys always recognize how similar you are, which is part of the reason why I think I meant to bring that into like your attention. You're probably really good at like getting in this person's head, actually. So if you like, if you ever like came to a conclusion without this person helping you get there, you're allowed to kind of like relax in your understanding of your connection to this person on a level that's deeper. Like, you know how roots, like, I don't know if you know this or not, trees have really intricate connections, like network connections, and they talk to other trees. And if one tree in an area doesn't get any rain, one tree from like over here can literally send water through the roots to that tree over there to make sure that tree doesn't die. And that's part of the way that they like live for so long, is because they're very communal, like, you know, species. So yeah, like it feels like you have some kind of neural like connection in this energy, especially with this purple energy of like crown chakra, because it's like this person probably, you know, is stoic but struggles to hide things from you because you know what that is. Like, you know either what the treasure is or how to find it. And this person kind of relies on you to continue to hack them psychically. Because I don't know that they can or will be as vocal. Like, you know, there's like barely any blue here, honestly. So that's like third chakra, which is like authentic communication and all that stuff. Like, you know, this really doesn't really seem like someone, like, you know who you're dealing with here. This is like a tree. They have bark and there's layers, like an onion. Tip of the iceberg in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, check on this person if they like, fuck. Check on this person if they need help. Sympathy for the devil, you know? Like, I mean, you might be feeling personally inconvenienced by this person and how they're like affecting you when you feel insecure. But it could be helpful for this person maybe if you're feeling like, you know, you're in that forgiveness energy, like you want to extend yourself and give them like an opportunity to speak to you, so that they can open up and express themselves. So like, and you said like this person drinks or whatever, right? So I'm trying to think of like a way I could tell you to do this, because I don't think this is like someone who you like, you really want them to know that you're trying to get in. This is this is interesting energy. So like, if this was me, let me just tell you like maybe what I would do if this was me. If this was like my husband, and I've noticed like, hey, like this is already a rock of a person, but they're seeming like a little extra brickish, like maybe I would like cook for them. Like, I know when they come home, I'll have something like ready, and then there'll be like wine, and then we'll just like talk normally at first about like regular things that we would normally talk about, but then eventually I'll have already gone into this knowing that I wanted to create a safe space for this person to like let me know about what's going on for them. Like, you don't want to pry into this, like using force on this like forceful masculine energy. That's like it's the same force, so it'll repel. So the only way to like get into this person is to be that Cancer energy that's soft. Like, you need to be the comfortable pillow that the rock falls on, not like, you know, like the rock wants to fall but it won't, like, it's not gonna fall on another rock. I hope that makes sense. And like, I think you are very similar, right? So like, if this person's agitated, like there's a really good chance that's gonna like leak over into your energy, and you don't want to be the rock in a rocky relationship. You want to be like something else, something that can, you know, I hope I'm explaining that well. I'm struggling to find the words, but yeah, like this is an energy, like you don't want to respond to this person's avoidance with like aggression, because that like continues to like, okay, so like in some cases, like this could be a person who I don't want to say it's narcissistic, but like they have a vision of themselves as strong. Like the first card they're coming out with to represent like their internal world and what they would communicate to you is Hercules. Like yeah, like an emotional guy, but with a lot of stuff to prove, like to himself first, but also to like God, which is like Zeus. And if not God, then like Zeus, like it'd be like a workplace. It's like a personal mission, So like this person like is already like trying to strive towards their personal mission, has like this vision of themselves as like being someone important and significant. And if right now in the world they're not getting a lot of like validation for that, like they're not feeling very secure in that identity of themselves as being strong and like the best and shiny and golden, then they're like, damn, like I fucked up, I'm bad. And they're like in that like mental cycle, right? So like they're not lashing that out onto you, but that may like make them shady, right? Like they might put on a layer of distance because of the fact that they're dealing with this internal stew of like, I need to be something that I don't feel like I am right now. So like, just like keep that in mind. Like this person is like, once again, very intentionally not bringing to you their stress. Like, and the only way that you can really change that is to show them that if they do, that's not a bad thing to do. Like, like the only way to hack this person's like mental blockage towards being emotional is showing them that when they are emotional and when they are vulnerable, that you can be trusted to receive them and not be detrimental to what they've lent to you in terms of trust. Okay, can I have like one more? I know that like more than one is gonna come out, but I just want to feel this space right here. I have instant love here. This isn't usually the love card that I like the most, but I'm gonna just, it didn't come out, but it says fling, crush, flirtatious banter, strong chemistry. May not last long, but feels intense and can be very impactful. And in the context of what I was saying before, I'll actually take it because, yeah, like this is the energy. Yeah. This is the energy of home. So, like, and I think that's what you want with this person. And they see you that same way. Like, I want to go the distance. So start, like, growing these trees. Like, if you want to, if you want this person to have the mental, like, structure that reinforces you as being the moon, as the safe space, then you have to be that way even when it's hard. And this is like a time when that's hard. For sure. But like your steadiness, like your rootedness throughout this whole thing, I think could be really impactful for this person on like an emotional level. Like, and if you do like take the advice that I just gave with that scenario where you're like in whatever way setting up a place for this person to become comfortable with you, maybe in your personal space, then like just maybe test the waters with a strategy. Like give this person an audience to be dark Scorpio energy, because they could be afraid maybe to like show you that, maybe if they haven't done that before. Like this card says venom. So I'm leaning into like the Spider-Man thing. Dude, it's crazy how much I've grown since then, dude. These are my skulls now. I almost wish I would have dated it because my swag is upgraded. But yeah, I think that's what this person is like working towards, updating their own personal swag. And that would be something that they would do with the idea that that's beneficial for this relationship. And when I say updating their personal swag, I don't, bundle of joy, I don't even necessarily mean like, it's like clothing or style. It feels like as this person transmutes whatever that stew was that I was mentioning, they release the energy that they need to bring in more positive outcomes. And if not positive outcomes, then more optimistic thinking about what is still available for them. Because if they had like any kind of recent disappointments, then they could be struggling to even like conceptualize what's next for them in life. I wish I knew like what was going on in this person's life. I don't know. But I think like if they would like were talking to you, they would want you to respect that you don't probably know everything and not maybe jump to conclusions if you have been. you've been like loud if you've been like loud about stuff, like maybe they don't want you to be loud about stuff. I don't know what that's about. Like if you've been talking your shit or something. Like I know that you're panini to the meanie, like I know you are. But in this energy, I don't know that that's... I don't know you want to be mean to this person because I think they're feeling a little sensitive. Okay, so that's what they would say. And now I'm going to use some tarot. And we're going to get into how they see you right now. Well, I don't know if I'm going to actually use tarot. I might use oracle. One day I might make this into like an actual deck that you guys can use. I don't know. Maybe. It's pretty thick. It's pretty thick. I think I want to use this Mystical Medleys deck, which is usually an ancestral deck for me, which I don't even know how I mean this when I say this, but you guys could be family, like in a more realer sense than even like family is. And you would just know that by like vibes. Like, you know, like you would, like when you met this person, you would just know like, oh, like you're like me, or like, oh, like I really, and this is how they, like, I'm pulling this out to talk about how they see you. So this could definitely be confirmation that, you know, it's 11/11, like we're seeing each other the same because we are the same. And that feels like, I just feel like this would be like them and this would be like you. Because you're kind of giving me more spiritual and they're giving me more like real world. Not that, you know, the two don't intersect, but if there was a polarity, it definitely is like you're the more feminine and they're the more masculine. So like they're like looking at you as more of an item and you're looking at them as like the inspiration of a feeling that you like, maybe. Or vice versa. Just take it how it resonates. Yeah, so like, and then both of them was like, you know, I really like the vessel that you're in, and I also like what you have inside of that. Like, not only are you attractive to me on a material level, but like you have like a personality that I enjoy and maybe even feel surprised by. That reflects like where I come from and what I feel comfortable with. Because like a squirrel would like nest in a tree. So it's like when I look into your world, I see me, which makes me understand that I belong where I'm at and I don't need to leave. So like, this isn't someone who has any intentions of leaving. They may be a brick wall of a person, but they're not going anywhere. This is fixed fire. Like, this is loyal energy, Leo, Lions. But also very prideful. So once again, like, not someone you're going to get a lot of weakness out of until you show them that you are the person they can be that way with. Which requires not only for you doing whatever, like, personal development you need to be that person, but also for them to be, like, doing whatever personal development is required for them to, like, let go and relax. Because it's not, like, just up to you to always be soft and open. This person also has to, like, and take initiative in their own way as well. And this is very much, like, a collaborative effort. And I feel like this person sees you and your relationship that way. How does Panini's person see her? The Emperor. So, like, dare I say, like, husband and wife? Where do I want to put this? I'll put it right here. So, and I just said that. I think if this person in any way recently had to decide what your role of significance is in their life, they've settled on a position of you being dominant. Maybe amongst other people, if there are other people involved in any way. But if not, then, like, you're just the best. Because this is a masculine energy, but it's talking about a feminine energy. So you could be, like, you know, you're panini to the meanie, so you could definitely have those devil horns, too. And there's, like, skulls on the throne and everything. I think this person respects you a lot. May even recognize you as having your own, like, shit going on. So they probably definitely don't want to bring their shit into your shit. Like, I feel like this person is always thinking about, like, impacting other people negatively with their presence. And we have I'm a disappointment to you all. Like, I think that's this person's like one of their core insecurities. It's like, do I have value? And is it being recognized right now? And if they see you as this, then they definitely feel like they need to be this, you know? So, Six of Cups in reverse. I don't know why I feel like your energy just introduces this need to strive. And I think that this person actually likes that, but it does maybe stress them out. Especially if like, okay, I want to say that this person sees you as someone who's not needy. Like, you're not needy, but I do feel like this person likes when you depend on them. And they like that you do depend on them. Like, even if they can't show up, they like that you depend on them. Because they want to be the person who's in the throne of your life. And they don't want to be challenged in that position. So even when they're not available to you, they want you to still, like, kind of be there for them. And not go anywhere. And they see you as someone who could do that. They want to trust you. Yeah, there's a lot of loyalty in this energy. This is a second Leo. A lot of fire, like it's all being sandwiched in with passion. All these like thoughts and emotions are being sandwiched in with passion in this person's mind, but there's not a lot of movement here. So it may be that this person can't see you very frequently or whatever. You may be frustrated occasionally with the fact that this person is like prioritizing so many other things that other than you, and I mean that's how it feels. But I think that this person is like in this more masculine role and be responsible for creating something of a vessel here. Like they want to sandwich. They want to be like the containing thing. And it seems like there's a lot that goes into that. Maybe more than you know. Because of this person's need and desire to be the man. And be seen as like capable of being the man. So another way that you can kind of like move sidewind around this person's energy is find ways to show them like, or how do I say that? Helping this person become more prideful about what makes them a beast can be a great way to like, fuck, why is that so hard to say? Why am I struggling to talk? It's frustrating. I think I'm in this person's like when they're a wild animal thing and you see them and you're like, you're my wild animal thing, it makes them be like, okay, I have value. And I don't know like what that's about, but it's almost like dog training, you know? Like my dog, sometimes I walk him and he's usually a really well-behaved dude. Like, you know, he plays his role. He just like walks beside me. He's super chill. And like if I tell him to sit, usually he will. Like, you know, he's a Taurus and he's smart. He's a Gemini moon. So he knows what I want, and he already knows like how he wants to please me. Like he has a natural desire to do that. So when I say good boy, you know, he gets excited by that. So I feel like in this energy, I think that this person appreciates your praise. Like, and that's saying something for this person to be this like emperor already, because it's like they couldn't be praised by just anybody. It wouldn't really mean anything, right? Like if you know, like in order for this person to feel validated, it has to take someone of like a higher stature, or if not higher stature, then just like a pure, because like this strength energy is meant to be like I think a virgin who's like cuddling this lion. So it's almost like, if not purity, then it's just like purity of intention. Like if not purity of everything, then purity of intention. It's like, I think that comes through very clearly to this person from you, that you have purity of intention towards them. And that makes them more inclined to continue to be like progressive. Aries energy twice, Leo energy twice. So cardinal fire, I'm taking action, putting in the work that I think is going to get me to where I need to go. And then fixed fire, I'm committed to this path. Like, I've decided what I want. Literally, bro. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups, which is like literally the family card. Then we have Judgment. The Hermit, Virgo, more of like Virgin energy. And the Page of Wands. So yeah, target acquired, basically. When this person sees you, they think target acquired. So so little, I'm kind of picking up on like a little bit of like a kinky thing here with that like target acquired. Because like this person like really has their eye on you, like, and you like, your sex is on fire. There's a lot of fire energy here. Once again, like sandwiching. Guys, there's like so many things going on in my head, and I know that they're not related to this energy specifically, so I have to like keep them out of it. Like, let me actually light some incense, because I don't want to bring random bullshit into this energy where it doesn't belong. Like, if this person has in any way been immature, now I feel like I'm lightheaded. Jeez. Because I know, like, I'm just gonna take like a little break here in this energy to clear it out, because I know there are people who watch me do what I do, like my job, and like watch my videos, and there are people who like don't necessarily like me, who also are aware of my life circumstances, and a lot of the energy that I channel here is a reflection of my own life circumstances. So like, I'm coming to you to do this reading for you because after I've lived through a certain amount of experiences, I now have what I need to tell you, because I'm the person who lived through it to be able to tell you. So if I wasn't applying that to my career, and like, once again, I'm envisioning myself as the masculine energy that's the reflection of your masculine energy, then it's like, they don't have an answer, they don't have a conclusion until they do, and that's when they bring it to you. Ultimately, though, I think you already know, this person already knows what they want in the end, and that's all happy and dandy and good, and honestly pretty committed, pretty stable, growing things over the long term. So like, where you're going, I just heard, where we're going, we don't need roads, is the end outcome. Like, you're getting to the biscuit here, it's just not now. But you see how this person is like positively motivated to get to the biscuit? They're already thinking about how to get to the biscuit. Even like understanding that they're nowhere near the biscuit right now. It's like they could be far off from the biscuit. We could be like years in the making here. I don't know what stage of your relationship that you're in or how far progressed you are, but if you're like in any way thinking like, oh, what's next in this relationship? I think this person's already thinking about that. Like, you don't even probably have to inspire too much of that, like, because this person, either whatever you're thinking, they want the same thing, or they already have plans. Like, this is a planning energy, Judgment. Virgo and Libra here together next to each other, especially with this like Emperor energy, is like, I'm the man with the plan. And I am operating maybe even behind the scenes or in the shadows in ways that you don't know. This is like almost like the energy of like a person who has a long-term girlfriend, knows they want to marry them, and just starts saving for a ring. Like, that's what that kind of feels like. It's like, you know, like, I'm not going to tell you I'm doing this because, like, why would I? Then you're just going to be like, when's the ring coming? You know? Like, you'd be stressed out about it. But, like, just know, like, I'm not going to tell you, but, like, that's what this feels like. So, as far as how this person sees you, it kind of feels like very similar to someone who would be considering proposal. Like, this is an offering that hasn't already occurred. But all of the while, you're together. And that has bumps, surely. But, like, as you continue to, like, overcome those, this person feels more and more certain that they have the light that they need. So don't be afraid to go through hard things with this person and this energy, because this is like the kind of person that it feels like that actually has a payoff for. Like if you're like, oh my god, this is for nothing, occasionally this person would want you to be reminded of the loyalty that they would want you to have towards them in their position on the throne of your life, like daddy energy. Definitely get like dominant vibes with this person. So like if you really want a strong masculine energy, I think this is someone who's developing into that. Like that's how their life path is taking them. They're becoming an emperor, they're becoming a leader, maybe of other people, like subordinates. Like, and that's what I was saying, like I think there's stuff going on that you don't know about, and it has nothing to do really with like maybe you, but it probably does affect this person and like what goes on for them internally. Okay, so I think that's all I'm gonna say for that. I'm gonna get some guidance from your guides on how they guidance from your guides. Nice. the card says higher advice moving forward, so basically this is already an ancestor deck, so I already feel like this is a situation where almost like arranged marriage vibes. Literally, like, you know, you're man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, dude, you're not even gonna have to really try. Like, you are trying, but only because you're sticking through it. You know? Like, that's the trying on your part. Like, you're not maybe as actively having to manifest things anymore. Like, things have already been put into motion to leave you in a stable position. You know, 6, 7, and the 8 of Pentacles, but they're not in order. So there could be a need to, like, you know, put things in order. And that's part of how the situation's being orchestrated right now on behalf of whatever, like, all-powerful force is operating through both of you as human beings, which I like to think of as, like, God. But if you don't believe in God, then whatever. It's your thing. But, like, this is not a person. Like, this is another thing. Like, these are beetle people. And this is not a beetle person. So, like, you're not in control. Neither of you are. So don't, like, just relax in this energy, because I think if you're, like, focusing too much on where you are right now, you forget, like, how that's just one of these little pieces of crumbs that the universe is gradually giving you as it sees fit. So just stick to it. Like, keep putting in the work, because it's not, like, easy to build a pyramid, but it's one of, like, the 7 wonders of the world. So it's worth it to go through this energy because of, like, the 11/11, like, significance of it. It's like good pain. Yummy pain. That's one of my, like, mantras recently. I've been going through a lot. Yummy pain. Okay, so which one of you guys, one of you the oracle deck that I used to close this reading? Animal Apothecary says it wants to be the one. I believe in its worthiness. Prayer answered. So I don't know if you have been literally, like, asking for something from this person, but it seems like you're gonna get it. And if not, like, something, then peace of mind, boom. Like, the energy is gonna be easier to move through moving forward. Because maybe you're getting clarity, because this is prayer energy. Like, the buffalo is, I'm pretty sure known amongst, like, native spirits to be a spirit that represents the connection between earth and the heavens, which is, I think, part of the reason why they got killed. Like, I think there's, like, I think they're endangered now. Like, they're rare. They're very powerful. And they were, like, used properly by those who understood their significance. And I was talking about how, what was I talking about? This is a situation that's worth the effort. So if you're on your knees, you know, like, and you're feeling like, damn, I hate submitting like this, you probably won't have to for long, but even if you do, it seems like just a part of a grander schism here. Like, boom, 12, then 13. Like, you're moving forward for sure, but you have to get past, I've got a war in my mind, so I just ride. You have to identify your fears in a situation in order to overcome them. I'm tired of feeling like I'm crazy. I can't hit that note. I have a deep voice. I smoke a lot, and I always have. So, whatever. But, like I said, moving forward here, for sure. For sure, Z's. In a positive way. Like, sacrifice could be necessary. But I think you're learning how witnessing the other person in their sacrifice shows you how you're both committed to be of service to the greater thing. Like, you both want to make that jump. So keep showing your person in whatever way feels comfortable to you that you're still invested and you still want to see this progress. And just like be available, you know? Because, like, let's say that the opportunity does come along and this person does finally, like, open up to you. It'll matter a lot how you respond. Like, you'll want to do what's required to be available, to be the shoulder. Because, like, you know, these buffalo are these, like, grounded things. Maybe you want to get back to the basics of your relationship, like the friendship that exists there. Like, there's a reason why you're aligning with this person. Birds of a feather flock together. So focus on those things that you have in common when things are difficult, if you can. Because, like, whatever love you have for yourself ends up being the thing that, you know, validates this person. So this is the 11 that comes before the 12. Before you get what you want out of the situation, you need to operate out of this self-love, self-worth, self-value, self-respect. I also am noticing this is a pig. Scavengers. They go to lengths to get to what they want. Like raccoons. Coons. I can say that. You are more. This is the ego in reverse. So beware of, like, insecurity here. Don't let this person make you feel small. Just because they have a need to feel big when they feel small. Like I said, this person does have a shadow, same as you. So if you know that you have a tendency to lash out when you're angry, just accept and understand that this person is probably the same exact fucking way. So if it happens, you really can't be upset about that because, once again, birds of a feather here. Like, you're the same. And the more you understand yourself, the easier it is to understand this person because of the fact that you're the same fucking person, probably. Just two pieces of the same fucking whole. In different bodies. Here comes the rooster. So, I mean, you know, he ain't gonna die. Personally, like, both of you could be, like, fighting demons in this energy. It kind of seems like that. Like, all this red, it feels like there are material world things that need your attention. Like, this is like literally the holiday season, right? So it could literally be family. Like, you need to go to the grocery store to buy the groceries for the mac and cheese. These are the things that are taking precedent in the minds of both individuals. So that actually does mean maybe occasionally turning your back to the other things that you care about but just aren't more important. And your ability to do that helps you move through the energy easier so that you can refocus on the things that you prefer to focus on. and sit more comfortably. But that may mean doing things that you don't want to do. Because, like, hanging around family when you don't really feel like you fit in the family, like, that sucks, right? So I don't know if this is even related to the reading for your person anymore, if this is just for you. Because I'm getting Thanksgiving vibes. I'm getting major Thanksgiving vibes. And that's, like, literally tomorrow, so it makes sense. Maybe you want to practice some gratitude here. If you're not seeing how secure you actually are in your position because you're overwhelmed by some of the other, like, conflicting things, maybe you need to get out of your head and create some distance between you and the stressor. Yeah. Create some distance between you and the stressor. Whatever that thing is. It's like if there's like an annoying repetitive sound here, or annoying repetitive person, I don't know, there's a lot of birds here, and you know, birds kind of squawk, and I'm kind of picking up on this, like, shut the fuck up energy. Like, look how many birds there are. And then, like, maybe even these birds, like, know exactly how to, like, hit you in your sensitive spot, right? Like, they're trying to spear you. Like, they're trying to spear you. I don't think if there's any, like, I hope that this is just a confirmation of, like, what you already knew, but you're already protected from these things anyways. Like, I think the reason why they're trying to, like, spear you is because they're below you. Like, you're sitting on top of these coins, all cute and cuddly and shit. And, or you're, like, a great white shark and you're above everyone else and they just want to, like, fuck with your head. Like, this could be, like, things that people are saying to you that make you feel shame. Fuck that. Don't let that happen. Don't let them make you feel shameful for your life circumstances. Even if, like, you know, you currently have some internal shame, like, this is not the time to, like, be walking with that. You want to walk with, like, yeah, I'm gonna control everything, I know what I'm doing, and I'm awesome. Because you actually are. That's the only reason why people want you to, like, question yourself. Like, these are mole people trying to, like, crawl out of the depths of the dark to, like, interfere in, like, your happiness, your shit. So, like, just don't open the door, basically. Like, you don't have to allow people to have a negative effect on you. And when you operate out of, like, the peace and understanding that, like, you are where you're supposed to be and everything's going according to plan, that inner conflict is resolved in a way that doesn't make it, either the spears, like, miss entirely, or they hit but, like, you don't feel it, or at least you don't show that you feel it. So yeah, geez, man, I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it was everything that you hoped for. And thank you so much for booking with me, Panini. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.